This is London.
These are dangerous days.
As you saw from the top of the programme, in an official statement by LDN management, Martin Stone has been stripped of the LDN Championship. As a result of this, LDN has announced that a double elimination tournament will now occur to crown the next LDN heavyweight champion. And as you can see from the brackets right here, the first two rounds will be right here today on LDN television, when Chris Wyld takes on Magic and Jon Ritchie will take on Tex Benedict. The winner of those matches will continue to pursue through the tournament, but if you lose, you go into the last chance brackets, and then if you lose in there, you're completely out of the tournament. Whoever survives till the very end of the tournament will face off in a 20-minute Ironman match to determine the new LDN heavyweight champion. And if you should get to that final without a single loss, you will start with a 1-fall head start. Entering the ring right now with his TV agent, John Atkins. This is Chris Wyld. The last time this man was on television, he completely pulverized the Playboy Phil Bedwell and is considered one of the top favorites to become the new LDN heavyweight champion. Entering at the ringside now, this is Coventry's own Magic. Magic in LDN history has had a very 50-50 win-loss record, but I'll tell you one thing, he began his television era with an explosive victory over the British legend Johnny Kidd. And when you have a victory that immense, that will certainly catch the attention of a few people in management, and that is why Magic has been entered into this tournament. Now looking at these two competitors, you've got Magic, who having been trained in a very old school manner, he's very mat-based, very technical-minded. Meanwhile, Chris Wyld, a man who was plucked from an illegal fighting ring by his TV agent, John Atkins, very aggressive, very ruthless, more akin to strikes, but trust me, he knows how to handle himself within that circle. I don't know why the referee is bothering to check Chris Wyld for weapons. When you consider that you've got an enormous sod in the name of Jack Channer at ringside, you don't need weapons. Check out the artillery. The Magic now going for the single leg pick. Nicely executed. Isolating the other leg there with his left foot. And applying the pressure quite nicely on that ankle. Well, this is the technical ability I was mentioning earlier, but Chris Wyld, very strong young man. I don't know why his agent, John Atkins, think that this is a man born to be on TV. Chris Wyld cannot stand the public. Here's the lockup right now, nice and deep. Wyld's trying to isolate that arm, trying to ring it through, and there it is, nicely executed. Nice, simple technique. Controlling his opponent. Oh, and he snaps the arm. Magic managed to get through the ropes. Very old school escape right there. The referee ought to warn him, but he's letting it go. Oh, and he snaps the arm, and Chris Wyld spins down to the mat. Magic now isolating the left arm of Chris Wyld. Chris Wyld looking for the escape there. Oh, and there he is. He's got the leg, and there it is. Nicely, he managed to slip out of that arm hold. In a way, he applied more pressure onto his own arm just so he can find the escape, and it was a risk worth taking. Now, as I mentioned earlier, ladies and gentlemen, whoever wins this match will go on to the winner's final. Meanwhile, the loser will go down to the last chance bracket. If they lose there, then they're out of the tournament completely. Pinfall right there. Magic determined to continue his winning ways here on LDN television. This tournament, very interesting, forcing these tough competitors together much earlier than LDN management probably anticipated. Nice arm lock right there. Ladies and gentlemen, you could be looking at the next LDN heavyweight champion right here. Magic with a cult following who want him to win that championship. Chris Wyld stuck in that headlock, and Magic takes him down. Chris Wyld desperate to keep his shoulders off the mat right now, and he gets to the ropes. Beautifully done. Oh, Magic with a snapmare. He wasn't letting up, and Chris Wyld did not appreciate that, and an arm drag. Wyld has just been knocked off balance completely, and this is not good momentum. Body slam by Magic, executed. And now Magic takes down Chris Wyld once again. Magic controlling the contest here, and he'll want to maintain this hold. I mean, you do not want to give Chris Wyld space. He will use those strikes, those kicks, those open palm strikes, and he falls to the ropes again in an attempt to let go of the hold. Excellently done. Chris Wyld seems quite pleased with himself. He's shown himself to be an absolute ring general, knowing where he is at all times. There's lockup, and now it's Chris Wyld with the headlock, forcing Magic to the mat. Magic making sure his shoulders are off the mat. The referee's there in case it is a pinfall. Very rarely will you get a pinfall victory in this manner, but it's not completely unheard of. And I'll tell you one thing, if Chris Wyld can maintain that vice-like lock across the neck, it is possible you could fade out. Magic, however, forces Chris Wyld off the ropes, and he goes down. Body block right there, off the ropes, jumps over Magic. Magic speeding up, leapfrog. Chris Wyld now, gets taken down with a headlock again. Magic's game plan is very simple. Keep it slow, keep him methodic, keep Chris Wyld completely unbalanced, and hopefully ride this match to an inevitable conclusion where you get the victory. Well, it's a little unorthodox, but Chris Wyld just dropped Magic's calf right across that top rope. And that might be the opening that Chris Wyld was looking for. Oh! And those are those open palm strikes that I was talking about. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, closed fists are illegal in British wrestling, so Chris Wyld has had to adapt his hang on a minute. Now that most certainly is illegal. But Chris Wyld had the referee distracted, and I assure you, if the referee had seen that Chris Wyld would be looking at his first public warning and possibly even an outright disqualification. And Chris Wyld does not want that to happen. It may be a DQ, but a DQ will send that man to the losing brackets where the last chance matches are. Off the ropes, he drops that leg over the top of Magic, whose neck is precariously placed on that bottom rope. Textbook suplex, excellently executed. And a leg drop. Off the ropes again, no. Big butterfly suplex, he's got the bridge. Oh, and a kick out. Magic was not ready to say goodbye yet. And Chris Wyld knows it. He's right on top of Magic once again. Chris Wyld want to break that hold quickly. The referee may issue a public warning if Wyld were to continue that attack on the top rope. The referee giving Chris Wyld a stern warning. Now, Wyld sends Magic to the ropes. Oh, misses the drop kick. Magic knew exactly where he was. Big forearm smash. Wilde goes down, and there's another. It's winding up. Oh, and there's a big one, and Wilde goes down hard, cracking the back of his head on the mat below. Driving the point of the shoulder into the midsection. Magic is desperate to try and win down his opponent right here. Magic's been known to bring two big moves to the dance. One's the Black Magic Slam, the other is the single leg Boston Crab, which he used to become victorious in his television debut against Johnny Kidd. Either of those victories could spell problems for Chris Wyld. Wyld now reverses and Magic hits the turnbuckle hard. He's going for a German suplex, it looks like, but Magic wants nothing to do with that. Oh, look at that, Northern Light suplex. Look at that bridge, that's beautiful. Magic had all the weight on the tip of his toes. That was fantastic technique right there from this phenomenal athlete whose agent, John Atkins, wants to become the next big TV personality. And he wants to do it at the expense of the other competitors in this tournament by making Chris Wyld the new LDN heavyweight champion. Ooh. Well, Chris Wyld now, looks like he's possibly praying for a miracle with this top rope maneuver. But I'll tell you, if he hits it, this could be it. Guillotine leg drop. It connects. Oh, and there's the cutthroat gesture right there. And Chris Wyld saying that he will become the LDN champion. Chris Wyld now signaling for the reality check. But Magic wants nothing of it. Picks him up. Oh, he's got him set up for something. Swings him round. Oh, big flatliner-like maneuver. Magic not in a position to capitalise. Both men are down, and you have to believe whoever can get to their feet first will have a most precedented advantage, and it looks like he's Magic. Magic is stirring. He might be using the rope for assistance, but he's on his feet. So's Chris Wyld. Open palm strike. There's a second. Magic there with a European uppercut, and another. This has become a striking contest, and you wouldn't want to enter a strike contest with Chris Wyld. He forces Magic into the corner. Double open palm strikes. And now the momentum's shifting. Wyld sent him off the ropes. Oh, Magic caught him, whips him off. Side Russian leg sweep. That's the sort of high-impact maneuver Magic needs if he's going to put away the future king of reality TV, self-proclaimed may be. Oh, and he's going for the Black Magic Slam. Picks him up, but Wyld, Jag there, distracted Magic. Magic shouldn't take his eye off the game, and look at that, a strike, and now Chris Wyld going for that reality check one more time. Oh, and he hits it. Tight cover. And simply put, Chris Wyld has stolen this.
The winner of this contest, Chris Wyld!
As I was saying, Chris Wyld has stolen this with the assistance from that monstrous bodyguard, Jag Channer. Simply put, Jag just got onto the ring apron, and when you see a man of that size, you don't know what to do, and that is what allowed Chris Wyld to get the victory. John Atkins has to be happy. He sees ratings in Chris Wyld. Chris Wyld will now move on into the next round of this tournament. He will face the winner of Tex Benedict versus Jon Ritchie, which will be tonight's main event. And what about Magic?
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Magic.
Magic will now go to the proverbial last chance saloon. And that's not good. If he loses one more time in this tournament, he's out. And there's the tournament brackets. Chris Wyld proceeds forward.
I can tell you right way to the top, Chris. There is nothing you cannot do. Absolutely nothing.
Chris Wyld, you've just had your first victory in the LDN Championship tournament. How do you feel?
Hey, I'll tell you how it feels, bud. Now let me tell you, right, we have beaten Magic, we are going to go on, and we are going to beat Jon Ritchie, Tex Benedict. It doesn't matter who we're going to beat, Chris, because I am the brains of the operation. We've got your muscle right here, and we have got the biggest talent in British wrestling today, and his name is Chris Wyld. And let me tell you, there is nothing he cannot do. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on.
This is London. This is London.
From the valleys in Wales, at a combined weight of 31 stone, superstar Ricky Hype, marvellous Matt Thorne, the Welsh Assembly.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring right now are the Welsh Assembly. Two men on a very controversial mission. Via hook or crook, they've been going around backstage and collecting signatures for their petition for LDN management to award them as the first time LDN Tag Team Champions. Earlier tonight, they commandeered one of our cameras as they went and collect signatures. Let's take a look at the footage.
Come on. What? You're going to hide here? Come on. I need a signature.
Tag Team Champion.
Pardon?
Welsh Assembly Tag Team Champion.
I want you to sign the petition.
Who are you two?
The Welsh Assembly.
Sign it, but.
Come on.
Sign it,
but.
but.
Come on. Sign my petition. Come on, please.
Are you South African?
No, I'm Welsh.
I don't
Why
want
do you always think I'm South African?
I don't want to sign up for no direct debit. I do a lot of work for charity.
Do I look like a debt collector?
You want me to sign my...
Sign the petition. We deserve to be tag team champions. Put it up, for God's sake.
Look, come here. Look. Do I speak slowly so I can understand?
We have a petition.
Partition? What?
John, please flash. Flash.
Hang on, I'm not done yet. Wait, just... Hang on. Wait a minute.
Oh, get up.
I'm going to wash my hands.
Sign the petition.
Okay, what's it for?
Welsh Assembly should be given the Tag Team Championship.
So you're Welsh?
Yes.
I'm actually a big fan of the Welsh.
Really?
Yes, I am. Tom Jones, Hugh Edwards, the newsreader,
Yes.
Ali Jones, I don't know if they're brothers. Yeah, okay. Who else? Sir Harry Seacombe. I mean, come on. Yeah, come on. Listen, you're Welsh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sir Harry Seacombe was the best presenter. He presented Highway, for God's sake. You two can be as big as him, yeah?
Tell you something.
So what's the petition for?
Well, we want to show people why we're the best in the country.
So who are you wrestling?
Project Future.
Who?
Exactly.
Project Future?
It doesn't matter who
Is
we're
it
wrestling.
that the new shopping
It doesn't
centre?
matter who we're wrestling, but there's a line, there's a star, there's a pen.
You two, I like you two. You've got spunk, you are motivated. Come here.
You sitting on that toilet.
Come here. There you go.
you, bud.
I didn't wash my hands.
Well, as I mentioned, by hook or crook, they've been collecting those signatures in the hope that one day there will be awarded with the Tag Team Championship.
From Huddersfield, Hertfordshire, at a combined weight of 24 stone, Ricardo Young and Bobby Hostile, Project Future!
And the two men you're now looking at are Project Future, the two biggest adversaries for the Welsh Assembly and the two biggest adversaries to their petition to be crowned the Tag Team Champions. And I've got to tell you, all the rumours have been flying about. It's not now a question of if LDN will bring in a Tag Team Championship, more of a question of when. And from what I've heard, management have been looking at this petition of the Welsh Assembly and are seriously considering awarding the Welsh Assembly as the Tag Team Champions. But I've got to tell you, if they can get through Project Future tonight, their mission to be recognised as the premier tag team in the United Kingdom will be one step closer to fruition. The Welsh Assembly, part of LDN owners Sanjay Baggar's elite. He sees these two men as the future of the company. Meanwhile, the fans see these two men as the future of LDN. It's really no contest. Project Future, very popular with a crowd, and from behind the Welsh Assembly with a sneak attack. I wouldn't expect anything less from the Welsh Assembly. Oh, the double drop kick, and the Welsh Assembly are down on their feet. Hip toss from Bobby, a hip toss there from Ricardo, and both men are on fire. Over the top rope, double clothesline. Ricky had there looking like he might have hyperextended his knee, and that cheeky fan there attacking the Welsh Assembly. This is not a promising start for the Welsh Assembly. The Welsh Assembly would so love to have this victory over Project Future. At the beginning of LDN television, we've seen these two teams combat each other before, except that was in six-man tag action, and in that contest it was Project Future who claimed the victory. Well, it looks like it'll be Ricardo Young who'll be starting off the Project Future. Meanwhile, Welsh Assembly member, the one with the mohawk, that is Matt Vaughan. Marvellous Matt Vaughan, I might add. Both members of the Welsh Assembly so well put together. Very dangerous, bullying-like competitors. Meanwhile, Project Future, much like the day globe colours they wear, very colourful, spontaneous individuals. Ricardo Young now with the wrist lock. Oh, and Project Future there. I mean, Ricardo Young's getting his wrist bitten, but the referee can't see it. I believe he's warning him, but all the same, Ricky Hype in the ring right now. Ricky Hype is also biting Ricardo Young. I know these men are hungry for competition, but that's just ridiculous. Ricardo Young now with a beautiful reversal into the wrist lock there. Just ringing the arm, keeping that pressure on. And there's the tag now to Bobby Hostile. Bobby off the rope. Off the ropes again. Oh, leapfrogs onto the arm and reapplies the wrist lock. Both teams well known for their double team tactics. That was a beautiful example of it right there. Snapmare down, and Ricardo Young snaps the neck. Bobby Hostile now tags in Ricardo Young, and Ricardo Young now is climbing to the top rope and drop. Oh, axe handle across the shoulder blade. Surprisingly, Ricky Hype looking to be in a little bit of trouble earlier in the contest. Ricardo Young with the body slam. And there's the tag to Bobby Hostile. Bobby is back in. And again, another leapfrog maneuver. Electric chair splash. Oh, and Ricky Hype manages to sneak that shoulder out. Bobby Hostile will not relent, but there's the reversal. Oh, and Matt Vaughan, with a psychic-like connection with his tag team partner, knew what to do, and behind the referee's back is just stomping away on Bobby Hostile. Oh, and Matt Vaughan tricked the fans. The fans thought he was going to get thrown in the audience, but alas, he got thrown back into the ring. drops down Bobby Hostile with force. Oh, and their trademark double stomping maneuver right here, just stomping and walking all over Bobby Hostile, and Bobby Hostile with a look of pain on his face. Over the top, the match is going quick, and there's a double leg lariat, beautifully executed. Matt Vaughan is most definitely in control right now. Bobby Hostile has been isolated by the Welsh Assembly, and I can't say I'm surprised. It was always going to be a case of inevitability. Oh! Did you hear that sickening crack? And then a kick to the head, and another. Matt Vaughan loves nothing more than to kick someone in the head. And there's the pinfall there by Ricky Hype, who is the legal man of the contest. There's another pinfall attempt. Bobby Hostile kicks out. Ricky Hyde now launches Bobby Hostile off the ropes. Oh, the lariat was done off the ropes, and Bobby Hostile manages to sneak in a clothesline. But he's in the wrong corner. He is in the wrong corner, and Ricky Hyde is going to make him pay. Oh, he's going for a big power slam. Clothesline was ducked. Oh, he's been caught. Northern Lights. Beautiful bridge. There's the two, but Matt Vaughan was in to make the save. And there's a blatant choke there by Ricky Hype, and the referee's all over him like a rash. Body slam just for old time's sakes there. And now Matt Vaughan slingshots over with a splash. 1, 2, kick out there by Bobby Hostile. Able to find escape, he's going to go for it again. The fans are solidly behind Bobby Hostile. More often than not, when Project Future win, it's because the fans get in the heart, the blood, and the very soul of Bobby Hostile. And Bobby finds the will to win, but I think his will just exploded out of him right there with that backcracker. Oh, Matt Vaughan now climbing to the heavens. What's he going for? Oh, it was a suicide-esque drop, and I'll tell you one thing, it missed, and Bobby Hostile might have found his opportunity right there. Matt Vaughan runs in, kick to the midsection, tornado DDT, both men are down. We've got to take an advert break, don't go away.
This is London. This is London.
And welcome back. Just before the advert break, the Welsh Assembly were dominating, but Matt Vaughan missed a top rope sonic spin dash, and as a result, it could go either way. Matt Vaughan lost his corner. That's going to cost him those few precious seconds. And Project Future are back in this thing. Big forearm smash. Back elbow there from Ricardo Young. The drop kick. The Welsh Assembly are all over the place. Over the top rope for Matt Vaughan, and Matt Vaughan hits hard. Oh, Ricardo Young now. He's got a big body slam there on Ricky Hype, and he's now signaling to the corner. Got to tell you, when Project Future got into this match, they didn't just come as a tag team, they brought the fan base with them. Big cross body blow off the top rope, tight pinfall, there's the two, whoa! And the kick out. Bobby's not quite sure where he is, but he knows where he is now. And Project Future now whip off their opponent, double roll through, and look at that. A double single leg Boston Crab. Ricky Hype desperate to get to the ropes, but the referee is pleading that you can't have a submission through that way. Well, the referee, for once, on top of his game, I mean, Project Future think they've won this thing, but in actual fact, they can't have a double submission like this. This isn't American wrestling. Big German suplex, and I think this miscommunication with the referee has cost them. Off the ropes. Oh, and look at that, big move. Carter Young's head just hit the mat hard, and there's the 2, and there's the 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, superstar Ricky Hype, Marvellous Nathorn, the Welsh Assembly!
Boy, I gotta tell you, I really thought Project Future had it, but what a costly mistake to make with that double submission hold. The referee wasn't gonna call it, the referee refused to call it, and that allowed the Welsh Assembly to get the 1, 2, 3. But ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the broader picture. The rumours have been saying that, the Welsh Assembly's petition may be seriously considered, and management may very well award these 2 men with the LDN Tag Team Championships if and when it is created. And with a pinfall victory over their leading rivals, the Project Future, it's looking to be almost a near certainty.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Summerton here for LDN Wrestling. I'm standing here in Enfield with Tex Benedict. We have a title tournament here tonight, Tex. How do you rate your chances?
Well, I gotta be honest, I've come a long way. If I go home with anything less than gold, I'll be disappointed with myself, I love this country. I've come over all the way from Arizona, and to be honest, I've fallen in love with the English people, the English lifestyle, and especially the UK wrestling scene. And if I can win the title, if I can make a difference out here, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And if I get the people out there to cheer for me, to support me, and you guys back home, then it's gonna be huge. If I can take home the gold, I'll be winning it for you as well as for me.
I come from the East End. When you come to the East End, you don't wait to be given, you take. I'm coming to take the LDN belt. I don't want another little shrimp like Steve Blame. I want a real match with a real man for a real belt. Now bring it on!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the second match in the double elimination tournament. Introducing first, from the East End of London, weighing in at 14.5 stone, this is the Notorious Jon Ritchie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next first round match in the LDN Championship Tournament. And this is a match that many are snickering about backstage, calling it a opposites attract match. We've got Tex Benedict, who's a wonderful outgoing American, and Jon Ritchie, he is probably the scariest man I have ever met in my life. Well, let's look at the tournament brackets. As you can see, Jon Ritchie versus Tex Benedict. The winner will go on to face Chris Wyld, and the unfortunate loser will enter the last chance saloon as they take on Magic.
Weighing in at 13 stone, hailing from London, Arizona, this is Tex Benedict!
Now, I'm sure you're all wondering why Tex Benedict is in this championship tournament. Simply put, he has had a stellar win-loss record in LDN, and despite the fact he's not British, he is in fact a dual passport holder. He has a British mother, I believe, but ladies and gentlemen, he is so popular here, and he has been entered into this tournament due to public demand. We weren't expecting to see Tex Benedict back here in LDN, but when he heard that he was being called by the fans to take up the challenge, he got on the next flight back to England, and he is here. And don't let the red, white and blue tights distract you, folks. This man is probably one of the biggest fans of the British wrestling style out there. Possibly one of the most competent welterweight technicians in the country. And that's a good thing because he is going against a technical monster in the form of Jon Ritchie. Well, let's look at the two styles. As I said, you've got a technical welterweight in the form of Tex Benedict. Meanwhile, Jon Ritchie's style, he was a part of the old school days of British wrestling. He's also had stints in amateur boxing and amateur wrestling. This guy most certainly knows what he's doing in that ring. The first time we saw him in LDN, he took on Steve Blaney and within about 10 seconds broke his ankle. He swears it was an accident. Many people would think otherwise. But if he thinks he's going to break the Achilles tendon of Tex Benedict, I believe he might have another thing. He might have to think otherwise. Tex Benedict, most certainly the fan favourite here. He just reeks of loveliness. And there's the lockup. Oh, and Jon Ritchie goes for that wrist lock early. It might be a wrist lock, but Tex Benedict will know he could very well be in a precarious position right now. We saw in that pre-taped interview with Jon Ritchie where he almost snapped the arm off one of his own trainees. And I bet that after he dislocated that kid's shoulder, he asked for his money for training. Tex Benedict fighting his way up, rolls through. That's that welterweight style I was talking about. And there's the technical ability I was talking about. Jon Ritchie is very much used for taking on old school style British wrestlers with a great deal of technical ability. You got to wonder what he makes of Tex Benedict. So flamboyant, so outgoing, so American. Tex Benedict now looking for a Roman knuckle lock. And Jon Ritchie, the USA champs, have just crawled tightly under his skin. Both men now getting ready to get back into this contest. And that's a lockup, but no, wait. Jon Ritchie, drop toe hold. Ankle picked him down, beautifully done there. Hyperextending that knee. Oh, look at that. Almost like a figure four-esque motion right there. And he's now looking for whatever handle, whatever hold he can get on Tex Benedict. Almost feeling him out, experimenting. Tex trying to leverage out. That ain't happening. As you can see, Jon Ritchie spreading his body weight across the mat, making it harder for Tex Benedict to get out, and he was clawing away, possibly at his nostrils, maybe at his eyeballs, I'm not too sure. Jon Ritchie just stretching Tex Benedict here, and he's got to be in a world of hurt. Got to take an advert break. A quick one, don't go away.
This is London. This is London.
And welcome back. Now, if you're wondering what was going on in the advert break, trust me, you didn't miss much. Jon Ritchie has just been stretching and tearing away at Tex Benedict's body. And now he forces him down with the headlock. And look at that! He's really wrenching it out. Most wrestlers know how to apply a headlock, but it's Jon Ritchie who knows how to make it into an art form. Tex Benedict trying to wriggle out, trying to use that leverage squeeze out, and he does. Tex Benedict is fired up. He did not appreciate the illegal tactics of tearing at the face that Jon Ritchie was using. Jon Ritchie has got to be careful not to be warned here or even disqualified. And there's the lockup again, and Jon Ritchie now with a stiff European uppercut. Remember, folks, whoever wins this match will go on to take on Chris Wyld next week here on LDN television. But who's he going to be? Jon Ritchie, the ruthless East End technical wrestler? Or is it going to be Tex Benedict, and he's raking his eyes across the top rope, and the referee really needs to get in there. Referee asking him if that was a rake. Well, like Jon Ritchie might have tweaked the nose there, trying to break it, trying to swell up Tex Benedict's face. Quick kick to the kidneys right there, and Tex Benedict goes down. And another. Snapmare down again, and tries to stretch the face of Tex Benedict. It's not pretty, it's not flamboyant, but it's Jon Ritchie. Oh, and another stiff European uppercut, and Tex Benedict retaliates. And Jon Ritchie was not expecting that. I think it was more shock that dropped him down to the mat. Clothesline, Jon Ritchie falls down. Oh, blatant low blow right there.
The referee has given Jon Ritchie a public warning for a low blow.
Finally, the referee saw it, the blatant low blow. Jon Ritchie has been given his first verbal warning. If Jon Ritchie should do anything even remotely like that again, he will be disqualified and sent to the Last Chance Saloon along with Magic for the first of the Last Chance tournament. And, well, that's a blatant closed fist right there. The referee checking on Tex Benedict. Tex looks like he's out, and I think Richie might have this due to a knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has disqualified Jon Ritchie for using the closed fist.
Whoa, the referee has really been on top.
Match, Tex Benedict.
That's not quite how I expected it to end, but ladies and gentlemen, after the first public warning, the referee wasn't taking any of Jon Ritchie's guff, I suppose. The blatant closed fist, which is illegal in British wrestling, has got Jon Ritchie disqualified, and now Jon Ritchie will join Magic next week in the first Last Chance match. If Jon Ritchie should lose that, he's completely out of the tournament. He needs to go back to the locker room and rethink his strategy, because obviously the referee will no longer be pushed around here in LDN. Meanwhile, Tex Benedict looked like he's been knocked out by those closed fist punches. I think he's coming around, but what a disgraceful display. Jon Ritchie took Tex Benedict into the corner. Two midsection closed fist punches, followed by two straight closed fist punches to the head.
Tex Benedict!
Tex doesn't know what's going on, but he does know that he's won this match. And now Tex Benedict will move on in the tournament to face Chris Wyld in the main event next week on LDN television. Ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting start to this tournament. Join us next week when we will see the continuation of the double elimination tournament to find the new LDN heavyweight champion. Next week on LDN television, who will make it to the final and who will get knocked out? It's the first Last Chance match, Magic versus Jon Ritchie. Also, at JP Monroe's request, he wants to impress Sanjay Bagga, and he wants to do it at the expense of Yogesh. And in next week's main event, who's going to go to the grand final with a flawless win-loss victory? Chris Wyld versus Tex Benedict.
These are dangerous days.
We take you now to London.